Good morning, people. Peak week has begun. Weight has not dropped, weight has not increased from yesterday. We are still 69 kilos on the dot, and that is the lowest I've been all prep. What a way to start peak week, am I right? Now time to go get my cardio smashed off, go get some posing done, check-in shots sent over to Pete. It is currently 8 o'clock in the morning. 19th of June, 6 days out, baby. 6 days out. I'm so genuinely happy I went into that posing the other day. After going to do a round of posing just then, I feel so much more confident in my poses. Not like I'm doing an exercise. It's not like I'm tensing really hard. I'm just so relaxed in my poses. So I'm not going to be that person on stage who just shakes about when you're posing. But yeah, we are off to the shops now. I'm going to go get some steps ticked off. I'm going to grab some almond butter and some good branded dark chocolate, as well as some reduced fat mozzarella cheese. Now, hopefully that gives you an insight into what is happening today. What is happening today, I will explain to you in a second, but we're gonna go do that. Whoa. First coffee of the day, just want you to hear this. Right, so peak week is here, ladies and gents. Peak week is here. Now, I'm just going to quickly tell you guys what peak week is, what it kind of consists of. So peak week is the week prior to your competition, as I'm competing on a Sunday. Today is Monday, so Monday to Sunday, we do something called peak week. Now, there are many ways to do peak week. However, the approach we are taking, and quite a common approach... Whoa, slow down. Peak week is all about making that look on stage. You should arrive at peak week absolutely shredded and depleted. So therefore, over the space of peak week, we want to look at saturating and filling up different stores in our muscles to make us more full, in hopes of arriving at peak week depleted and being on stage nice and full. And when I say nice and full, I mean nice and saturated in your energy stores, such as intramuscular triglycerides, your muscle fat stores, and also the glycogen stores within your muscles. So I hope that's cleared up a little bit what peak week is. Now, time to talk about what I'm doing today. I love coffee. So today and tomorrow we are doing something called fat loading. Thinking as our muscles as a whole, we have got fat stores and we have got glycogen stores, which are your carbohydrate stores. Imagine 2 big jugs of them. Right now, arriving into peak week, both of these jugs are empty. I'm depleted, I'm shredded, I've absolutely rinsed through them. Now, over the course of today and tomorrow, the aim is to fill up the jug, which is responsible for your fat stores. So currently, my fat stores are 0. I'll tell you that for a fact. We will look at consuming a lot of dietary fat, same amount of dietary protein, and no carbohydrates. Now, how do we go about filling up the dietary fat stores, Drew? Here we have got some high cocoa percentage dark chocolate, actually 100%. We've also picked up some almond butter and some peanut butter, and also some cheese. We have picked up some cheese. Now, all these foods have in common is they are high in dietary fats and low in carbohydrates, as the sole purpose of today and tomorrow is to not really fill up on my carbohydrate stores. It's to keep my fat stores high. So we want high fat foods and we want low carbs. And then on the side, we will just have the normal proteins, chicken and egg whites. Now, you could opt for other foods like steak, mince, bacon, sausages, even olive oil, avocado, but simply, I have not been using them over the course of this prep, so why would I bring them in now if they may have the potential to cause issues with digestion? Yeah, hopefully that has explained what peak week is a little bit better and why we are fat loading over the next few days. Right, we are off on a nice little day outing. It's a beautiful day at the moment, it is a beautiful day, but we are currently off to go get a sports massage, as currently I am a very tight and knotty man. I don't think my back has ever been this tight in my life. I do think it's a result of posing every morning. Posing is hard, people. People underestimate how hard posing is. Hopefully, I'm going to go get this sorted out now, be a bit more loose so I can chill out a little bit on stage, you know. And then we are heading over to good old Full War Sports to go pick up some supplements for myself for peak week. In my head, when I think of a sports massage, I'm like, oh, that's lovely and relaxing, but I know sports massages. I've had them in the past, they're not relaxing, but it's what we got to do. I'm going to go enjoy myself. Just stopped off at Full War Sports, you know the vibe. Use code Drew at discount for checkout. Use code Drew at checkout for discount. Got there eventually. Now, we got a peak week essential. Now, in order to provide a dry and grainy look on stage, obviously we're going to be very full, but we want to provide a dry look. And to do that, we want to basically pull out fluid. Now, looking at other ways to pull out fluid other than direct intake of water, we can use supplements. So I am using Peak Max, which basically in it has got vitamin C, and dandelion root extract, as well as other things like vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and a bunch of other little bits and bobs. That's going to flush water out of my system a few days before the comp. So we'll start using that from 4 days out, which will provide a nice dry and grainy look on stage. So we have just done the 25 minutes of cardio for the day. Cardio is getting tapered down nice and slowly now to reduce fatigue coming into comp. However, I hate doing it if it's not first thing in the morning, or at least sometime in my morning routine. Then it just feels like impending doom. But I have to accept that sometimes my morning routine, I've got other stuff which take priority, simply as. Right, we have got the pre-gym meal, which is very peculiar, I have to say. One of my weirdest pre-gym meals I've ever had. So usually this is 230 grams of potatoes, 200 grams of chicken breast, and 100 grams of veg. Today it is 125 grams of chicken breast, 100 grams of kale still, 50 grams of peanut butter. A little bowl, a little Chinese soup bowl. Very odd, I have to say, very odd. Now, Pete said he wants 180 grams of protein today with 100 grams of fats and trace carbohydrates. So, yeah, get this down with now. Right peeps, we have got the last pool session before we are going to compete on Sunday, which is going to be good fun. Now I have to say, I'm feeling quite weird. I haven't had more than 50 grams of dietary fats in a single day before, and those were on refeeds. Usually on my training days, dietary fats sit around 11. Now for a bit of context to those people who aren't as knowledgeable on macronutrients, just know that's not healthy. I've just had 50 grams of peanut butter. My stomach is a bit confused, and I'm a bit confused, to be honest. And today my daily total is going to be 100 grams. So yeah, that's going to feel quite weird. Even though it wasn't volumeful, I feel quite satiated. It would be wrong for you guys not to hear this, though. Ultimate 3D flavour, grape. Oh, baby. Oh, it's a good day to be alive. Good day to be alive. No sugar in that, by the way. We don't have any carbohydrates today. I haven't actually had any direct carbohydrates since Saturday. And you guys will be seeing this on Monday night. But it's all to look good on stage, baby. Yeah, I'm all in. Brody on the line, I'm tapping in. Got out here pulling the strings for me. A girl on the line, she feeling me. Preoccupied by the motivation. Put in the time, pay the entry fee. Bro on the rise, yeah, he kinda nice. Inside of my mind, no one's real as me. Lately, life has been gorgeous. Wake up to clear, my eyes hit record. Praise up to God, I ain't chasing no bitch. Swinging and miss, got me hitting these licks. I get the orders, don't get it distorted. Disconnected, I've been cordless, I've been cordial, I've been exploring. I got a whole lot, but somehow I want more of it. Yeah, I went to touring, put on for the soil. Hey, bruh, remember they used to ignore us? Now they dropped me the pin with the cord and they catch me running through they ordinance. Remember we couldn't afford the whip. Pushing the scraper, that shit was so ageless. We blowing on grapes for the flavors. All of a sudden we major, still independent but no label. For now I'm going hard enough that the streams will lead to a house by the beach. All of this done with the speech. Filling my pockets for now, for later. I want the picket for some sign of the neighbors. I used to skip out on the payments. Nowadays I tax for the labor. Dog on the line, you ain't tapping in. I'm staying clear. I look like a skull emoji. What the hell? Oh, that was a rough session. That was a rough session. People don't understand the difference between fats and carbohydrates. Yes, they are both fuel sources, but again, I may be on a day of full fat loading. Primarily when we do weightlifting, we use carbohydrates. It's a higher intensity. However, something like low intensity, like a marathon running or endurance running, is a lot more fat utilization. Don't be wrong, they both coincide and they both work together, but it tilts the other way depending on what intensity exercise you're doing. But we embrace the suck, we embrace the grind. Moments like these are going to make that moment when I step on stage so much better. And again, you really kind of learn who you are as a person during prep. You really do. A variation of meal number 2 post-workout is going in now. Again, another interesting one. It's quite weird because it's the same meals, but a little bit different. Usually this meal would have 50 grams of cream of rice with it to replenish carbohydrates. However, today we are only on trace carbohydrates, aka vegetables and berries. So we have got 30 grams of whey with 100 grams of berries, and then alongside that we have simply got 40 grams of dark chocolate. Now if you are a freak like me, and I love my dark chocolate really high percent cocoa, I've got 100% dark chocolate. As the percentage of dark chocolate goes up, the sugar usually comes down and the fat percentage usually goes up as well. And today we're fat loading, baby, so I've got 40 grams of that, which I have to say feels very, very wrong. Like, I've managed to desensitize myself to carb loading, because let's give this a try on camera. This is a meal I will carry on eating after prep. If you look, the whey protein actually freezes around the berries. If you want to know what whey I used, the absolute staple of Perform wheys, double chocolate. Same as refeed days as well, lots of water. We're trying to replenish these stores, so how is it gonna get to it if it's just sitting in my stomach? Lots of water, and I will also go for a nice little walk after this meal. I'm literally just sat here eating dark chocolate on a plate. You know what time it is. Chicken. My one biggest superfood to getting shredded glutes and just shredding it all around, which I've been using and rinsing all prep. If you follow me over on IG, don't go follow. I've been shoving this down people's throats. It is crispy kale. Stick it in the air fryer, 240 degrees for 6 minutes, and it will come out like seaweed. And then, if your macronutrients allow it, stick a bit of light soy sauce on it, a bit of salt, a bit of pepper. Ooh, baby. So, meal number 3, 200 grams crispy kale with 100 grams of peppers. We've got 150 grams of chicken breast, and juicy. And then again, I can't get used to this. I can get used to carb loading, I can get used to refeeding the carbs, but we have got 30 grams of 100% dark chocolate again. I'm going to melt half of that, and I'm going to keep half of it normal. People who've been on prep, you know the difference. That will make a massive difference in my taste palette. Now peeps, that is going to be the end of the video. Last meal is going to be exactly the same as the last one, as you saw. Gets my daily total to around 180 grams of protein and 100 grams of fat. And I have to say, it feels horrendously weird eating so much chocolate. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. 6 days out, baby. Coaching and programs in the bio. You know the drill. Peace.